when everyone first started to say that nothing ever happened, I was on board with it. How couldn't I be? I was like, what, 17? No, more like I was 18. By the age of 12, 11, I was already starting to question everything. By 12, it was already too late for me. I was already browsing YouTube and Facebook. I'm talking about the wrong sides of them. The one that makes kids extremists. Turns that fucking dark-skinned kid who's usually quiet and not really opinionated on much. You turn him into fucking Huey Freeman. I was already sick of the propaganda. I was already tired of the false flags. The the insultingly bad cover-ups when someone, a public figure, would get murdered or an innocent person would get murdered. Man, that ATF shit, they killed the man, the wife, the kid, and the dog. Disgusting. Nothing ever happens though. In terms, to bring this back, to reel this back in to the topic, in terms of, again, false flags, poorly devised murders and poorly excused cover-ups, when you see that wars are cracking off here and there, all across the planet, supposedly a war is cracking off. For fucking what? What's even happening? What is even happening right now? For fucking what is Sam Hyde said this. I'm gonna go ahead and reference it. He described politics, media, news coverage. It's all like a sine frequency. And this sine frequency is in your ear and is real loud at first. And it's rising, but then a new frequency comes, then a new frequency after that, and a new frequency after that, and each frequency, the first one isn't fading, the second one, the third, the fourth, the fifth one is just getting louder. So imagine the torture that would be to have this impossibly loud frequency playing in your ear, like it's just rattling your eardrums, it's rupturing it. Mind you, again, the first frequency that has been tormenting you from the beginning of all this hasn't gone away. It hasn't even decreased. It's only just got drowned out by louder and louder and louder frequencies. That would make you go mad, wouldn't it? So imagine the same thing happening to you at the same frequency level, at the same vibrational level. Something that can be melted down to a sound wave traveling to you. What if I told you that you're being tortured right now if you believe in anything news related at all? From the stupidest, most mundane, silly shit to, it's World War III. I think anyone with a functioning brain stem knows by now that there's no sneaking around that. It's gonna happen. No one's gonna expect it because everyone expects it. It's like the fucking rapture. Everyone knows when it is, but then it never happens. So everyone just looks stupid, fucking chipping and chirping about it for fucking what? Why are you even speaking about this? It's because you're at such a fucked up frequency because all you see is murder. These fucking screens are black mirrors, or portals in the sense we can teleport the frequencies that we want to transmit to each other. If I desire to speak to anyone that is not physically present, is it not kind of mind-boggling to sit back and think that doesn't matter? I live in a world where that wouldn't matter if this person was 10,000 miles away from me. I'll just talk in this black mirror and transmit the light particles. I will teleport the light particles to you from whatever screen you're watching this on, to whatever device you're watching this on. You hear everything, you see everything, you damn near feel everything. All the sound waves and the light particles, that's all traveling to you. So, back to my point. I'm sending you, I would describe it as serenity right now. Tranquility. I describe in my head when I'm walking at the park, this is heaven on earth. I declare that in my mind. and therefore my frequency, and I vibrate that. I feel like I'm on heaven on earth all the time. This is honest. So when you watch my videos, when you hear it, there's possibly something that activates some part of your brain or makes you feel some type of way as if you were to take a substance, but there's no substance taken, there's no rituals involved. You are feeling my frequency. You are also feeling the frequency of all the beheadings you watch. That does catch up with you. You were probably edgy in middle school or, regretfully, if high school, in high school. But you understand you aren't cool when you do this, when you watch something horrid and you think, oh, well, I'm desensitized. You know that's like fucking crazy, right? To say that you're desensitized to watching people get their fucking throat cut in 4 places and then opened up and then fucked. Like, are you serious? I'm desensitized. If I walked around and I started saying, hey, everyone, I'm so cool because I desensitized my dick skin because I kept pressed it against fucking hot lighters and torches, I would just be like an insane, gross weirdo, right? I would be like really odd. People would see that this isn't normal human behavior and they'd probably repel away from me, right? You don't even have to be that edgy kid that thinks that they're cool for punching metal, because that's what you're. When you allow this shit in, even if you're not an edgy kid that doesn't watch gore, that you're not doom scrolling atrocities after atrocities on fucking Twitter or fucking Instagram or Facebook even. You are basically making your spirit as unclean as an edgy kid who thinks that they're cool for harming their spirit, for seeing evil and thinking evil and hearing evil and then therefore becoming evil. You're doing that when you aren't consciously rebuking. Anytime you walk by a TV and all you hear is death, 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 death. 77 degrees today, death, death, more destruction than death. If you don't just turn your mind off actively when that shit's happening, you're absorbing it. You know there's a Google patent for televisions and cell phones and whatnot. This fucking thing is always emitting a certain type of frequency to entrance you, especially when you're watching the news program. There's a reason why the left is so brainwashed. There's a reason why the right is so brainwashed. This is mental alchemy. They're getting their emotions taken advantage of. They're getting wrapped around emotionally, and they're being placed, and they're being echo chambered, and they're being like presented with a bunch of shit that will make them feel a certain way, and then hype them up, and then they'll give them some type of adversity to conquer, and then that adversity to conquer is being some type of annoying social justice freak who no one likes to be around because everything is somehow a major fucking issue to them. Everything is a problem because they're vibrating at such a low frequency. They're so programmed to think everyone's out to get them. And then you realize no one gives a fuck if your skin is brown. No one actually cares. All the racism and all the shit that you see online is online. Half of it's bots and half of it's children. Are you serious? Just turn your fucking phone off. People are just like that. You kind of have to tell them these things because they're not right. But yes. I say this. It is as bad for your grandmother or your grandfather or your mother or your father or your brother or whoever is in your life, your friend, who's really into politics. Because anybody could be watching this, so let me broaden my example horizons. You have that one friend who's like really right-leaning and annoying about it. You know what I'm talking about. Or that friend who's like so fucking self-righteous and morally grandiose and grandstanding about everything and everything. They're such a fucking shimmering white knight, like fucking shining armor. They're just so moral. They're the pillar of what's good and what's acceptable. And everything's the issue with this guy too. Like he can't help but to just come off as fucking asinine because he has this weird god complex. Meanwhile, like he's gay, like he paints his nails. Like this guy's like loud and opinionated, and he talks about like killing and beating up Nazis, but like he paints his nails. you're basically really proud about the fact that you think that genocide is not okay. That's like walking around, going around a heavily populated setting, like a party, and just go, "Hey everybody, I'm not a pedophile," and then like you're really proud about that because that's your best trait about yourself. And even that's kind of questionable, because the people who are so racy about everything, those are the biggest fucking racists, you know? Don't be autistic, don't be a sponge, be conscious when media is around you, when black mirrors are around you. All this talk about nothing ever happens, people are sick of the propaganda, but they're still under that same propaganda. No one's immune to it. That's the funniest shit. Because why are we living in such a time where everyone knows that everything is fake? So everyone is like a fucking parrot just repeating, everything is fake, everything is fake, but like doing nothing about it. You're a parrot. You aren't some Huey Freeman archetype. You aren't some like spiritual warrior for realizing that rap is degenerate. 2025 rap on the radio is degenerate. Rap is degenerate. Rap is degenerate. You want a fucking Purple Heart for saying that? What are you doing about it? Besides just being a product of the propaganda. Which it doesn't fucking matter what spectrum of the propaganda you're on. If you're buying into it, you're a part of it. It's so fucking funny when Christians, they'll like clip a Ice Spice video, be like I said, especially them fucking Africans. Oh man, them fucking Nigerians, like, oh, what is this? Ice Spice is shaking her nyash, and she is being gross, and she's being a Jezebel. What? That's your entire culture. How are you being different? You're just still buying into it. Just because you aren't jerking off to it, or you're not repeating the degenerate lyrics, that doesn't mean you're not investing into it energetically when you're making videos about it and you're like visibly upset. Oh, this is like the opposite of a Christian woman. Ice Spice is the opposite of, whoa! Ice Spice is the opposite of what a Christian woman should be like. Whoa! That's a shocker. You're the smartest boy in the room. Bro, you have the spirit of Samson for recognizing this. Insane. I react like this when, at this point, when like people comment under, like videos of like people getting blown to bits. Like, well, nothing ever happened. Like, of course the wars are fake. You don't think the fucking human sacrifices are real? Get fucking real here, man. Like, be serious for a second. Nothing ever happens. Kids are starving to death. Kids are dying. But are you going to invest into that energetically? No. Because frankly, them fucking kids, the women, the men, well, think of the women, the children, the men. All them Palestinians that wouldn't give a fuck about me if I was starving on the side of the road. Nah. I'm just not going to buy into it. I can understand, hey, it's wrong. But I'm not going to walk around, hey, I think killing children is wrong. Cheers. I'm not fucking autistic. Don't be autistic. Like, yeah, everything is fake. So don't be fucking stupid. Change something about the fakeness. Be the real and the fake. You understand you're just as fitting for a cog in the machine when that's all you nothing ever. You are living. You are manually breathing, basically. You are manually making yourself think and behave and talk like you're constructing an ego for yourself that is one of a loudly spoken and insecure understanding that everything is fake. You're still terrified. You are still terrified. Because like, if you religiously say that every time something freaky happens, like something that it went from like fake school shooting number 250 to act to like some crazy shit, like Iran saying they're gonna go to war with Israel. You understand. I saw a meme about this too, so I'm not even like the only bright boy in the room that can fucking smell this shit from a mile away. You understand if everyone's starting to notice that these Amalekites are wicked? You think at the peak time when everyone has a phone and everyone is starting to kind of wake up from their sleep and drink the coffee just a little bit and realize at every possible turn it's Amalek, 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 Amalek. At every fucking stone you uncover, it's Amalek. People have been talking about this for decades, but it's really starting to get crazy because it went from, yeah, you're crazy, your uncle was obsessed with them, to like, no, 14-year-olds understand that Amalek is wicked as fuck and they need to go and they're not even human. And everything that's even to a little bit of significance bad in the world, it is always them. It's always them. Like nothing ever happened. I could be like that and I'm not. And it's funny because I would still get accused of being like that to a person who doesn't quite understand that it's always them. It's not, oh, I have these screenshots, so therefore I'm crazy about it. It's always them. And I'm not like, Joe, you don't understand the fucking Joe. No, I'm just slowly leaving. Hey, I know who you're doubting me. Just come here. Fucking turn the stone over. You do it. I'm gonna let you do it. It's fucking them, right? It's them. What do you want me to say? It's not them? I don't see the fucking Bangladeshis doing this. I don't think it's the people in Guam that's out here doing this. What do you think it was the Nepalese who made AI, who coded that shit with demon technology, fallen angel technology? You understand you're talking to a fucking Ouija board when you speak to AI. You're speaking to a demon. You are doing divination and speaking to a demon. You're doing it right by your face. It's not even wood anymore. You're so immersed into it. They got you with this VR fucking headset. Big normie, right? But again, you are just as much of a normie when you're, oh, it's always them. Nothing ever happens. It's always them. Can you say anything else? Do you have anything else of substance that you can add to the table? Do you actually want to start to dig in real Torah scripture so we can discern? Because we all know these Amalekites are not true Hebrews, even though they claim to be Jews, Judites, Hebrew, whatever. Do you want to learn the language so you can understand real Hebrew from Yiddish? Can we start having grown man discussions? Can we start discerning that none of these niggas have traits like a real Hebrew that is talked about? Does no one know that the difference between the Old Testament or Torah? No one can fucking see a blaring, staggering fucking difference in terms of what is talked about, in terms of spiritual cleanliness and spiritual uncleanliness and wickedness. You can't tell a Talmud from the Torah. You think, oh, it's all the same book, and Jews. Don't be a fucking idiot, bro. Don't let the zenith of what you understand be nothing ever happened, Sandy Hook was fake, it's the Jews. Let's start being grown men. You can suck up all the reels you want about how blacks make up more of the crime statistics. You understand that Indian posted this, right? Let's start being grown fucking men. Let's start changing something. Let's start actually using our hands. Let's stop using our mouths. We're men. At least the majority of the people watching this are men. But yeah, man, let's start using our brains, not our fucking feelings, because it feels real good to mentally masturbate about the fact that nothing ever happens. But the thing is, nothing ever happens until it fucking happens. This is why ignorance is bliss until it's not. You're fucking stupid if you think World War III is not going to happen. Quite honestly, you are an idiot if you think World War III is not going to happen. It's not going to happen when you expect it, but it's going to happen. And that's the funniest thing about, oh, well, I don't expect it, so, but like, you not expecting it can be like, as I'm fucking filming this is how real it is. Because I've been talking about this shit since middle school. Y'all niggas is just catching on. Let's start using our brains. Nothing ever happens. Now what? We now know that nothing never happens. Nothing ever happens. Now what?